Hey, thank you for taking time to view this video. This is Daniel Murphy down here in Myrtle Beach, coming to you with our Q&A portion of the newsletter that we do. In this Q&A, what we try to do is take the most asked questions that we're getting right now from either buyers or sellers, and we try to expand upon a short answer into something a little bit more. But I'll tell you, normally we have 2 or 3 questions we like to answer. This time I'm going to answer and get into just one question. It's a question that we're asked a lot, specifically from our sellers, and that is, what is going on right now with the market with concerns to buyer activity? Is there still buyer activity? And the reason they're asking that is most of you who own property here already know that we are a seasonal market. Generally, the second quarter for us is generally the best quarter in which we're going to sell property. It does extend slightly into the third quarter, but really that second quarter is the bread and butter for us down here. It is the period of time, the 3 months in which we'll sell the most properties. And we do know that once we get out of the season, the buyer activity starts to slow down. However, this year we've seen a bit of an anomaly in our market where buyers are still out there trying to find properties for their families, for second homes, for residential property, for the oceanfront condos. We still have at least 3 to 4 walk-ins a day in most of our offices along the Grand Strand. And as you know, we have offices anywhere from Surfside up to Cherry Grove, and daily we're getting people coming in. I do believe that one of the biggest reasons that we are still seeing a lot of buyer activity is these buyers were around in the second quarter. They were looking for properties. They just weren't able to identify properties that were right for them, or more importantly, they were not bidding the proper amount for the properties and lost out on. Trust me, we were seeing multiple contract situations, and buyers just they weren't convinced yet that the market was where it needed to be for them to put in full price offers, and they missed out. So those buyers are still around. I do believe as we head into 2014, again, this is my opinion, we're going to start to see the market plateau on pricing. We've seen such a sharp increase in prices over the last 12 months that as those prices start to increase, you are going to have buyer demand increasing at that same rate, and it's just not going to happen. People have a certain amount of money to spend on these properties, and they're very, very cautious about how much they're spending, specifically since a lot of our buying market is discretionary purchases. They don't have to buy a home, a second home, or a condo here in the Myrtle Beach area. And more importantly, on the investment side, what we saw 3-4 years ago, for example, when you were buying some of these oceanfront condos, from the rental standpoint, they made all the sense in the world, and that's why they were selling so quickly. But you may have noticed, if you own properties now, the condos are not coming flying off the market like they were even last year. They're taking a few more months to sell, in some cases 3 to 4 months long to sell. And that's because we're no longer able to just take those properties from an investment standpoint and make sense out of them. We also have to find that buyer that's looking for an investment, but more importantly, wants a second home for personal use and enjoyment. Because now the numbers are less likely to make a lot of sense to pure investments, to pure investors. So again, right now buyer activity is very good. If you have a property here in Myrtle Beach that you're thinking about selling, I would at least consider giving us a call, talking about prices, finding out whether or not it's the right time for you. As we head into 2014, as I said, I think it's going to start to plateau, so I don't know how much more there is to gain, at least in the immediate future. But right now is a very, very good time for you guys to get your properties on the market. Let these buyers that are out here right now trying to find some properties look at yours, see if it's right for them. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a ring at any time. Thanks so much.